sort of
Oh, that was it.
something
Yes.
like that. Yeah, some sort of Henry Cavill thing, and the faces were turning like slow motion,
And they had Tom Holland
goes
in
into
it.
another one, and then another one. Them AI trailers are
It looked good though.
they're crazy.
What gave it away was Tom Holland. He was in a Spider-Man suit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I seen one for talking about Tom Holland, Zendaya as like Cleopatra or something. I don't know what's going on with these AI
Oh
trailers.
yeah.
Millions
I can see that probably happening though in real life.
are doing that. Forget the podcast. Let's get the views of AI trailers, man.
Yeah, but all of them are using it for jobs, innit? Or
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
Yeah.
That's probably
this
true.
is my work.
Yeah.
Well, you know who started that off?
Who? Go on.
You know who started it off, right? What's his
No,
name?
I don't, no.
Wilson.
Who's Wilson?
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, the Deadpool thingy.
Because do you remember what he did? He did a whole kind of like scene, leaked it, and then it was like the fans were like, they lost their shit. They were like, "Oh, this is mad. We got to see the movie." And then he got the whole Deadpool thing. Creating kind of like that was a good move, wasn't it?
Like
to make it.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. By the way, I pressed record about a minute ago.
This guy.
Here he is. Oh my gosh.
We are already live.
Gotta show the natural element.
Folks, live and direct. There's no warning, man, with these guys.
If you got your lights on, if you scratch the balls,
Let me turn the lights on, man.
People think, what happens before the show? Because these guys seem to be chatting. And that was only a snippet. Usually we're on for like half an hour before we press record.
Exactly.
And there's a lot more that we talk about and stuff. So today was just a little snippet of the get ready phase before
behind
we start
the scenes, Duval.
Exactly. And you know what? We'll have in the future, we'll have a thing where that get ready phase will only be available for Patreons.
Yes. Mate, let's set that up.
Like one Patreon.
Exactly.
One of our cousins or like.
It'll be Manny, man. It'll be like,
gosh.
actually, no, he'll be like, screw that shit.
He's not paying for that shit.
He's not paying for that
shit.
Oh
man, so let's start the show now, innit?
Let's do it. Let's get into it. Forget the intro, Deval. Do shout outs.
Oh my gosh, yeah, let's start doing shout outs. So we've got a couple of shout outs this week. First one goes out to the Industry Tea, which they've got a show coming out in about a month's time, actually, in London. If you're in London, the Industry Tea _ go check them out on Instagram. They're an organisation that do some really good events, a lot to do with creatives and things like that. People that want to get in the creative space and want to understand, how, what's, where, when's, and all that sort of thing. And they can help answer those questions and get you, keep your motivation up really, and get you really, some answers with people that are behind the lens and behind the scenes basically. So yeah, go check out the Industry Tea _ next shout out goes to Ciel Noir 3. Yep. We're going to see her in a couple of weeks. We've got the date locked. We've got the times locked. Had to triangulate the time zones. It's going to be a madness. It's actually going to be similar to what happened last time, where I think me and Ciel Noir will be in Saturday and Teacher will be in Sunday.
I'll be Sunday.
In the future. Yeah, so it's going to be a madness. It's going to be a madness because the times are crazy. But looking forward to that one. Yeah, we're going to review Weapons in 2 weeks' time. So yeah. That's going to be good.
Can't wait. That's going to be a good one. All right. Okay. Let's get into the show. And look, we've got quite a few bits of movie news that we want to get through. Some interesting stuff that I want to speak about. I want to pick your brains about this. And maybe even our listeners will find this interesting. But Taika Waititi, he's kind of moved away from, obviously, the MCU. He had, what was his last one? Oh, that was it. Thor, which for me was a bore.
Yeah, it was shit and thunder. Thunder.
It was.
You saw Thor, that one, Emmanuel. I don't know if I can't remember what you said about it at the time.
It was terrible.
Yeah, most people. And you know what? There's a funny fact here. I'll just really snip it. Sorry, but
go.
My nephew. There was a while where he was interested in acting and stuff like that, and he used to go to these auditions and adverts and stuff.
Yeah.
He was given a audition to do. Which was a quick couple of lines about a kid that was in some sort of darkness, and he was talking about how they're suffering and stuff like that. Yeah. And we actually we had to record the lines and send it to these people. So we did it in a cupboard in our flat apartment. We put him in a cupboard in a dark room. Don't tell child services. And he recited his lines, and it was like in a blanket. It was all going like that.
Yeah.
And then he didn't get the role, obviously. But years later, we found out it was Thor: Love and Thunder. It was when those children got they got taken away. Yes, that was it.
Oh,
mad!
I thought you were gonna say that kid, because there was a kid in there who was like, "What?" He's like, "I thought you were gonna say that was my nephew."
Him? No. I wish. One of our guests soon will be able to tell you that.
Exactly.
So yeah.
All right. So Taika Waititi, he's kind of like moved off, living it large with his new bride, isn't it? Rita Ora.
What?
They're married.
No, I didn't know that. Serious?
Neither did I.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I know her. Yeah, she's from Ladbroke Grove. She's from.
Yeah.
She's from not far from here. Like she's from West London.
They've been married for the last couple of years.
Oh, I didn't know. I had no idea.
Yeah.
No idea.
But he's coming back. And listen, this is great. But at the same time, I'm like, shit, do we want him to make this type of a movie? Because we're talking about Judge Dredd. And man, I love the Carl Urban one, the one that was made just recently.
Oh man.
I say recent, but it's been a while. That was a wicked movie for me. But yeah, man, Emmanuel, tell us about this.
After the loan, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This wasn't my.
This is me. This is me. So basically, so Taika Waititi, you know what he's all about. He's basically he's gonna be doing a Judge Dredd movie with Fall Guy and Mission Impossible writer Drew Pearce. So you saw Fall Guy, teacher, and you said it was all right, isn't it?
It was okay, yeah. Like fun, romantic action. It was kind of one of those movies where it was kind of like a throwback to all the classic stunt movies. So that I liked.
Yeah, and obviously we all know Mission Impossible, which obviously he's done really, really well. This is Rogue Nation. This was a few years ago, but yeah, I'm more comfortable that Judge Dredd will be done well with that writer, but with Taika Waititi, come on, Judge Dredd's going to be. What's he going to be doing? Making jokes.
Jokes.
Come on, man.
He needs to get serious, man.
They're just ruining it because the last version we had, like you said, Emmanuel, with what's his name? With
Carl Urban.
Carl Urban. That version was wicked.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're going to go from that serious version to now joking around. I already know now, before anything's been filmed, it's going to be shit. And if it's not, I'll admit it. But
do you reckon it's going to sit in between Carl Urban and
Sylvester Stallone?
One? Yeah.
No, I think it's going to be way, way, way on another side.
A joke?
Way on another side. Yeah.
What film is this from? I need you to trust me one more time.
Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 2, isn't it?
You know what? That's what I remember from the trailer, because they kept playing that trailer all the time. Okay, so look, we'll see. I mean, listen, I'm going in with low expectation, man.
Yeah. Keep it low, lower than a snake's belly, and then see what happens from there.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's move on. Let's do Michael B. Jordan now. This guy, I mean, I'm still pleased, happy about Sinners. That worked out. That did really, really well at the box office. Great movie. Emmanuel, did you see it in the end?
The soundtrack
Sinners
was good. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
And the soundtrack is really good as well. So
really great scenes. Really great movie in that one. So what's happening? Michael B. Jordan, and the MCU? Are we seeing another connection again?
Yeah. So we keep hearing his name. You know, this guy. People want him. Put it that way. People want him. He's liked. But the rumor is that, you know, with the whole multiverse of Marvel and all the possibilities of what can happen. Because think about it, yeah. Like, we're going to talk about Fantastic Four later, but you know, Chris Evans played Silver Surfer and Cap. You know, dual role happened. Yep. Even he was brought back in Deadpool.
He played the Human Torch, not Silver.
What did I say? Oh, sorry, that's what I meant. Human Torch. Sorry.
Yes.
Thank you for correcting me.
Thanks, Emmanuel. He's on it. Yeah. At least we got one of us on it.
One of them's flying around, isn't it? You know, one's on fire, one's icy. I mean, but So the rumor is that possibly Michael B. Jordan could be an alternate version of Black Panther. So it won't be T'Challa, like we know. It will be. I can't remember what his Wakandan name is. No, that's his American name, isn't it? Yes. It was something else. But it could be the version where he didn't go down that path. Because remember, sometimes it's a sliding doors moment. You know, left or right, things can change. So he might have not gone down the path of being ostracized and left out and all that sort of thing. And then, he might have been in the part of exactly. Yeah. So that's what could happen if what we've heard in the past recently of Damson Idris not being Black Panther, which I think is actually a good, bet. But I think it would rubbish. I don't know, because then it's almost like it's not actually. It's exactly like, which we'll talk about again later, bringing back Robert Downey Jr. for Doom being Doctor Doom. Same actor, different character. It's too soon.
I know, and we will definitely get into that one. Listen, look, I'm all up for him, being in the MCU, but it's just got to work really well. And will it involve, what's his name? Who was the director again?
Ryan Coogler.
Yeah, will it?
Black Panther.
Yeah, exactly. Ryan Coogler. Will he? Because he's already going to be doing another Black Panther movie. So is he going to be on board? Are we going to get someone else? And who knows? Who knows? Maybe he could even direct it.
I wouldn't want anyone else to do it, to be honest.
Yeah, trust Ryan Coogler.
Exactly.
At the moment, Ryan Coogler. Yeah.
And they've got this relationship going. That the teamwork is great with those guys. All right, listen. Look, we'll park that for a moment. Let's move on. Now, obviously, James Gunn, he's taken over the DCU. He's made changes. Did you hear about this? Side note, they offered, this just came out very, very recently. James Gunn offered another character to Henry Cavill.
Yeah, I heard that one.
You heard about this one, right? So, Emmanuel, so Deval, he was being interviewed just very recently. And when that whole shit came out about Superman is coming back for Black Adam, and then Henry Cavill, he kind of announced it that he was coming back, and then they backtracked. Straight away, James Gunn said, look, Henry, we're not going on. You're not going to be the Superman, but we want you to play another character in the DCU.
Yeah.
So possibly down the line, he still could come out. And that ties in with what you just said, Deval, about other characters playing different. So other actors playing different characters. So Lobo's going to be in there. We know that. What's his name?
Aquaman.
Aquaman.
I can't remember his full name now. I can't remember his full name.
Jason.
Jason Momoa. That's the one. Yeah.
So Jason's going to do that. And then if we add in now Wonder Woman, I think there was kind of like this whole thing about whether or not Gal Gadot is going to be playing the new Wonder Woman, but now they may be talking about recasting. So what do you reckon? Who could they play? Who could they get in to play the next Wonder Woman?
Well, the talk on the town is I don't say his name properly, but Adria Arjona. Is that how you say her name?
Arjona.
Oh, you see, there you go. Yeah. She's. Yeah. I can see it. I can see it happening. She's got the look. She's been in some good roles and she can act and stuff. So I could see it actually happening. Yeah.
Yeah. We saw her in just Andor recently. She was great.
Yeah. Bix in the field of wheat with her baby.
Eating her Weetabix.
Exactly.
So do we know, have our little birdie said, like, is this gonna cut? Has James Gunn spoken about it? And no, not only great. We did an interview recently, about an hour long. You can catch it on YouTube, where he talks about the DCU and all kinds of other casting decisions and stuff. And he's very, very, very purposeful in his silence. Certain questions are asked, he just doesn't answer them. He's like, nope, can't tell you that. He's not even messing around. Yeah, so he knows, but he won't say. Yeah, because they've worked out a 10-year plan. They've the Gods and Monsters phase 1 or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
He knows what, from now 2025 to 2035, he knows what's coming. And on that, let's speak about this. So this is another one. So Emmanuel, did you put this one on or
Yeah. So this was me.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, basically, following on from the James Gunn Superman, news is basically that James Gunn is going to follow up with Clayface, which will be coming into next production September 2025 this year, and it's starring sort of like not so known actor Tom Reese Harris as Clayface, and basically this is going to be sort of like an amazing body horror story and sort of like complete horror film apparently. So it's yet to be seen as to like how they're going to execute this. I'm very intrigued, but
We just had sorry, Emmanuel. We just had some word from our tech team. They said your volume was a bit low. You might have to move your mic a bit closer to your. That's it.
testing.
Yeah, sounds much better. Yeah,
Much
yeah.
better.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, following on from James Gunn's Superman, word is that he's basically going to be doing Clayface, and there's a new so-called actor who's been casted for the film production to be starting in September this year. Tom Reese Harris. He's going to be playing Clayface, and it's basically going to be like a sort of amazing body horror story. Which is taking two sort of like tones from the comics in this telling of Clayface.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm going to be intrigued on the execution.
I am, and it's just the whole names. It sounds interesting. This is a side note on this one. So the director, Mike Flanagan, or he's the writer. I know he wrote the script for this. This wasn't even on the radar for James Gunn, but that director, Mike Flanagan, he's done Hill on Bly Manor. No, is it Bly Manor or
House on Haunted Hill and Haunting of Bly Manor?
Yeah, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, he's done loads of stuff like Doctor Sleep and everything. He wrote the script and he pitched the idea to James Gunn, and he was like, he pitched the idea. He said, "Look, I've got this idea for Clayface, blah blah blah." And James Gunn was like, "Okay, whatever." And then he was like, "No, I've got the script ready. It's done. I want you to read the script." And it was something that they weren't even, it wasn't even on the radar. But James Gunn has turned around and said that the script was so good that they had to make it. Imagine that.
Yeah.
You had to make this movie. So horror, definitely going to kind of like horror elements, like Spawn. I'm getting Spawn vibes with this.
Okay. Spawn still hasn't been made yet. So
yeah.
But yeah, that sounds good, you know. I think it matters who directs it because the tone's going to be totally, you know, of that director. So
my thing is that it being Clayface being his power is basically shapeshifting, how that's going to be executed. Because I think what we'll speak about Fantastic Four, but one of the things is the CGI when it comes to superheroes with like these kind of superpowers that come to life in the comic books, which is fine, and animation, how to actually transition that into the actual
into live action.
Into live action, yeah. Sometimes the execution is just so really bad, it doesn't come off.
Yeah, I'm totally with that. Imagine if you've got a really great character, well written, well acted, and then you're like, it doesn't really look. You know, it reminds me of Spider-Man 3 when they had the Sandman. Like, you know, the kind of the CGI wasn't just up there, and you know, just that type of thing. So yeah, we'll see what happens with Clayface. But listen, interesting things are happening with the DC universe. They're onto a hit. I was reading just today actually. They're saying that it dropped. You know, like how every week it drops a percentage.
What do you mean?
Like, so the box office takings, they kind of, you know, they drop. It's still
like
done
20%.
really, really well.
Yeah.
So kind of word of mouth gets out, and then less people watch it as the weeks go on and on. There was this kind of a bit of a drop. So we'll see how it kind of ends. But I reckon it's got to get. I don't know. It's not going to do 1 billion. Superman, I don't think.
No, it's not. Predictions are that it's not going to beat Henry Cavill's one.
Oh.
Henry Cavill.
Man of Steel.
Superman. Yeah, Man of Steel.
Yeah, I reckon it'll do $500 million. It'll do $500 million, maybe even probably more than $500 million. But yeah, we'll kind of like, you know, we'll definitely see. And I'm talking about worldwide combined. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's get into new on streaming now. This one. Sonic the Hedgehog. This has been out for a while.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay then.
It's a fun one though.
It is.
It's a fun one though.
I've not seen it. I've only seen the first one, and I ain't seen the second or the third. But this is on Paramount Plus, and I think they need a lot of content. They need content. I think Dexter's on there, isn't it?
Yeah, Dexter's on there. It was actually good, actually.
Yeah. So I mean, for kids, just think of where this came from. This came from well, we call it Mega Drive in the UK, but in America it's Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. I got to do the
Sega
biggie line,
Genesis.
so remember it.
Yeah,
Super
Sega
Nintendo, Sega Genesis. So it's like from a game. It's just, and it's to this day, 2025. It's still, the legend lives on. So yeah, I mean, go watch it if you're a kid. I guess if you've got Paramount Plus.
Exactly.
Hedgehog, Super Hedgehog. Of all the things to be super, a hedgehog.
Hedgehog. Man, I used to love playing the game, man, back in 91 or 92, whatever
It was so good.
Rings, isn't it?
It was. Yeah, I know.
Going round and all that.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, so go check that out. That's new on streaming. There's other stuff that's out, like Deval mentioned, Dexter and everything. And, I've been watching this program on Apple Plus comedy called Stick. So there's other things out there, but yeah, go check that out if you're interested in it. Let's do trailers. Let's get onto this one.
Yeah, now, we'll just whiz through them, innit?
Whiz through them, Deval. So Predator, Badlands.
This looks. We saw the first trailer a little while ago, and now Badlands. I mean, it's going to be out in November. This looks like a really interesting prospect. You got an android strapped to the back of a predator, and they're kind of like back to back, like blimmin'. What's it called again? Mel Gibson and Danny Glover. Lethal Weapon.
Yes,
back to back like that. So this looks like they're going to be helping each other. This predator is not the hunter, but the prey. So they're going to be hunting this predator to test him out. But yeah, it looks interesting. I think it might be good. It might actually be good.
There's little word that I've heard that there's going to be 2 robots of the same. So there's in the trailer that you see. There's possibly another version, another copy of her.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because you can't just have one with no legs running around. Okay, it can run around, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see what happens with that, innit?
Fellas, what do you reckon about in this one that we see a link up? Do they connect it some way with the aliens?
I'd rather they didn't.
Because the Android,
there is a link.
Android. I'm thinking Android, and why Android? Because of the whole alien universe. Bishop.
Yeah, there is a link to is it AVP?
Yeah, the Wayland and all that. Yeah, I wish I just kept it separate. But Alien, the show's coming out in a couple of weeks as well. So
true. That this next piece, Chief of War, this is coming out on Apple Plus, and this is arriving on the 1st of August, and they're going to be dropping the first 2 episodes, and this stars Jason. We were speaking about Jason Momoa before. So this is it's an upcoming historical drama. Now think of Shogun, but let's transport us to the Hawaiian island. So this follows the story of I hope I'm saying this right, Ka'iana, a Hawaiian war chief during the unification of the Hawaiian Islands. So there's going to be big bloody battles. There's going to be war dances. There's going to be, the
trailer does look good though. I've seen the trailer.
I mean, it looks vicious. It looks great. It's got Jason Momoa. It's got Cliff Curtis. We've seen Cliff Curtis.
Cliff Curtis can be anything, man. This guy is Mr. Universal. He can be Mexican. He can be Arab. He can be anything. This guy just looks like
racially ambiguous.
He's like is he from like the Kiwi kind of area or something?
He's from New Zealand, and his roots are he's Maori. I think Maori.
Hawaii. Okay.
And it's also got Timura Morrison, who we've seen in The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. So so this, I mean, I think if you're a fan of Shogun, which I am, and which Manny, I know you are, I think this is going to have similar intrigue, drama, invasions, invading, people colonize. It's going to have all those themes in there, I think.
Interesting. And is this on Apple or is it?
This is Apple Plus, and it's coming out on the 1st of August.
That's soon.
Yes, and it's going to be 9 episodes. So yeah, let's keep an eye on that one. Let's watch it when it comes out.
All right.
Now, after that, I haven't seen this trailer. This is Peacemaker season 2.
Yeah, I saw this one.
Have you seen the first season?
I've seen it.
Second season. Oh no, yeah. This is. I've seen the first season. Yeah,
I like
it was good. And the second season looks like it's going to be even more crazy. So the trailer, again, more of John Cena's doing his thing and his crew, and in the trailer, James Gunn actually introduces it. And some of the trailer looks like John Cena wants to progress his career. People think he's a joker. He wants to be more serious. So in this, he finds a way of going through another dimension, going through a multiverse.
Oh shit!
So he gets a doorway to go to a multiverse where he meets another version of him that people actually like and that is celebrated. So he
I
gets
got you.
jealous and he wants to be that person now. So it just looks like a crazy. It's going to be crazy. Put it that
Because
way.
they were making that linkage between Lex Luthor's
Okay.
pocket
Yeah.
universe,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
pocket
and
Yeah.
that's
universe thing.
the father's
Yeah.
the father's pocket universe as well.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
yeah. So I think when's this out? This is out. Ooh, I'm not sure when it's out.
I think it's
To be honest,
August.
is it August as
Is it
well?
August?
Possibly. I think it might be late. I don't know. But either way, it's out soon.
Yeah, I got to
We're
watch
going
the
to talk
first
about it
season
when it comes
again.
out.
It was great. I loved that
Okay.
first season. It was really good. It was really funny. It was gory, bloody, the whole thing, man. I
Yeah.
liked it. Talking about gory and bloody, Gen V season 2. This is
Oh,
coming out in September. And listen, man, the trailer is ram packed. And it links up even more. Do you remember? I'm not sure. In season 1 of Gen V, there was a couple of linkages with the boys, but I think in this one they go a bit deeper. So we're gonna get Starlight. She's in this a lot. She's in the trailer a lot, and Godolkin, the university where all that crazy shit was happening, they've got a new principal, and
yeah.
there's something shady about him. But here's the thing: the main character Maria, she was the one who had the power of
Blood,
kind of the blood thing.
blood manipulation.
She's more powerful than Homelander.
Yeah, because she can control people's blood. That's like
Yeah.
like a head banger, like a head burster.
Yeah,
Almost.
and they actually say they keep mentioning it in the trailer. Oh, you're more powerful than Homelander.
Yeah,
You're more powerful than Homelander.
Yeah.
So now we know.
They keep on repeating it in the trailer, man.
So now we
It
know.
looks so good.
Yes, I can't wait for this. And now we know there's going to be a massive face-off between her and Homelander, and then who else in season? So it's all going to link up. It's all going to, because the boys is the final season is going to be season, well, whichever this one's coming.
Is it 5 now? I think, or
5,
something like that.
Thinking 5. Yeah, I think.
Looking forward to that. Amazon, they got a good thing there. They got a good thing there.
Yeah, they're gonna try and keep on milking that.
Oh man, 100%. All right, and finally, Emmanuel, speak about this one. This is the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. So the movie that we weren't even, I wasn't even expecting this. Do you know that? And we're getting a movie because it was going to be a new season, but the last season, Mandalorian season 3, didn't land well with audiences and critics. So I think they then thought, screw it, let's go movie. So yeah, tell us about this.
I think they were talking about movie off the season 2 before season 3. So I think they basically just after season 3 maybe didn't do so well. Then they basically decided let's go ahead with the Mandalorian as a movie. So this is going to be a theatrical release expected to be 22nd of May 2026 next year, and it's got Sigourney Weaver. The guys that we know and love. Pedro in another franchise. I mean, how many franchises is
this guy's everywhere?
He loves a franchise, doesn't he? But yeah.
At the moment now, he's got 4 films in the cinema. You know that.
I know, and look, he's getting stretched really thin.
Oh my gosh, he is.
Overexposed, man. Overexposed. He's got to be careful. But yeah, this is something that to look forward to. Anyone who's still a Mandalorian fan. We don't know much about the storyline. However, it will probably most likely follow in suit after the season 2. Yeah, so something to look forward to for next year.
I ended up watching The Acolyte, which, you know what, I got to say, it wasn't too bad.
You finished it?
Yeah, I finished it. It wasn't too bad.
I still ain't finished it.
It's like a Goonies, in space type of a thing, and and then obviously I'm not going to spoil it, but that could then lead on. There could be some sort of other connection with another show. We'll see what happens. But look, Mandalorian for me, seasons 1 and 2 were great. Andor, those are the seasons. Those are the TV, the Star Wars stuff, which are the best. But we'll see what happens with Mandalorian and Grogu. All right, okay, let's get into Anniversary Corner. And it's only natural that we would do this because
I've put two on here. I've actually put, because not often we're going to review a main film that has two anniversary corners in succession. So I thought we'll just quickly talk about Fantastic Four. Well, it's Fantastic Four Stick, whatever it's called, and also that's 2015, and also Fantastic Four in 2005. So there's two films to talk about there. So I'll talk about the first one, the latter one, or the older one. So Fantastic Four, directed by Tim Story, and this one stars Jessica Alba, Ewan Griffith, Michael Chalikis, and also Chris Evans, Captain America, Julian McMahon, who passed away recently, actually, as Victor Von Doom. Alicia Masters was in this. She was the Thing's love interest. She was blind. So Kerry Washington was in this. This was the first sort of modern depiction, because we had a very, very original Fantastic Four movie that was filmed in 1994 that was never released because they wanted to keep the rights. Bit of a chess move there, but this is the one that really came out when technology caught up. Directed by Tim Story, black director, who we've seen direct things like Ride Along, Barbershop, all those kind of black comedies. Think Like a Man. So he directed this, both of the films actually, this one and the 2007 one. So yeah, some people say this one was shit. Some people say it was good, but it depends on what you're comparing it against. Compare it against one that was never released, it's excellent. Compare it against one we've just seen. Compare it against 2015, which I'll just quickly talk about now. 2015 one, which was directed by Josh Trank. And this one stars Michael B. Jordan, who we always talk about these days. And
I actually didn't watch that one.
You didn't watch this one?
No.
What? Manuel, that's
what I missed.
For this one.
No. Really, you got to watch it. I mean, forget what people say. Watch it, make up your own mind. But this one's got Miles Teller, who we saw in Whiplash, really good, as Reed Richards. Kate Mara, really good as well. We saw her in so many things, including House of Cards, as Sue Storm, Ben Grimm, Jamie Bell. We've seen in many things as well. Michael B. Jordan, Johnny Storm, a black Johnny Storm. Toby Kebbell was Victor Von Doom, and a bunch of other people as well. So this one was very, very... Like Josh Trank directed Chronicle, which was a film about these young boys who got these superpowers. Michael B. Jordan was in that.
Was in that one as well, yeah.
Yeah, so this one was very, very... quite dark, actually. And they were quite a very... There were a different... a different group, because it
wasn't so much a family.
I was going to say, because Fantastic Four is Marvel's first actual family. These weren't really a family, but I must say this film, it had his issues. They had the issues with the studio, and Josh Trank, the director, he disowned the film.
Yes.
Really?
Any press. Yeah, he disowned it. And from that moment, Hollywood have rejected him.
Yes.
He has been blacklisted in Hollywood.
He made one movie after that, and you know what? That was with what's his name? Tom Hardy.
Okay.
It was an Al Capone movie, and that movie tanked as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
They've really done him dirty.
Well.
They've done him dirty, and the studio, the mad beef, had to do reshoots. So when you watch the film, you can tell what the reshoots were. Like the Kate Mara's wig for Sue Storm is just totally different. You can just tell. But there's one scene in the film that I think is wicked, almost as good as the Darth Vader scene in Rogue One when he's in the corridor. You know the one, teacher.
Yes, I know. Oh man,
the one. There's a scene with Doom where he's in a corridor going through people.
Yeah.
When I say going through people,
like a Daredevil corridor kind of action?
No, because they ain't got a chance. That's how bad it is. It's like Darth Vader, Rogue One. They haven't got a chance. He mows through people.
Yeah,
it's a wicked scene.
Not. You know what? I mean, I have to watch. It's been a few years since I've last seen it. I want to actually go back and watch it again.
Yeah,
just to see kind of where it messed up.
Yeah, I think if he had free reins to really do what he wanted, I reckon it would have been a good film. But they have to balance, kids and the shareholders and this and that. So many chefs, it spoils the broth.
Yep, absolutely.
But yeah, that's that.
Yeah, and that leads us nicely into, obviously the main movie, which we've been waiting a while for this. And listen, look, I think it's fair to say, especially from my point of view, I went in with a low expectation. And guys, I have to just have to say straight up, I really, really liked it.
Yes.
I
Yes. Yeah,
really,
I liked it.
really liked the movie, and we're going to get into the whole thing. We might have a few spoilers, but
We will have spoilers. Let's put it that
yes,
way. Let's,
yeah.
Yes,
I'll tell you
definitely.
what, man. For me, this restored my faith in Marvel back again, and I was like really excited for what's coming now. This was the movie which I thought, nah, it's going to be Pedro Pascal. I wasn't really sure about Pedro Pascal. I was like, what? Even and there are some bits which I'm going to kind of speak about, which I
Yeah.
thought maybe didn't work, but on the whole, I got to say, you know what? I'm there. They were a fantastic. It was fantastic. It was great. I had a fantastic time watching the movie. So Deval, as we always do, break it down for our audience members. Tell us where we are on this kind of whole thing. Where what universe is this, and where does it fit in with the whole MCU?
Okay, yes, I'll try and do a quick breakdown so we can give each of us sort of moments or time to go into our bits and bobs and that. But the quick breakdown is the Fantastic Four. This is Earth 828, which we realize is linked to Jack Kirby's birthday. And the usual sort of universe that we've seen in all the MCU mostly is Earth 616. We saw Earth 838 in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, where we saw a different version of Reed Richards. So as you see, the multiverse shows up, can give you anything. It can give you anything. So yeah, so that's where we are. And in this version of the MCU, of that Earth, the Fantastic Four are the world's protectors. They are famous within the world. The time frame looks to be around the 60s, the early 60s, when the Fantastic Four were created by Jack Kirby and Stan Lee in 1962 or 3. And it's a different time. People's, the fashion, the technology, the way society, if you notice the way society was, we'll talk about that later in a minute, but yeah, the way society is just, it's different to now anyway, but that's where they are. The Fantastic Four have had their powers. The story doesn't really go into much detail about, we're going to get a half an hour of how they get their powers. It's it's dealt with like that, which is good. And they are the Fantastic Four. People know who they are. There's no masks. They're there. They're protecting the world, protecting New York against all these villains and so on. They're all doing their jobs, and they are established. They are established in this world, and it gets to a point where we see Reed Richards and Sue Storm. They've been banging, fantastically, I'm sure, getting us into all kinds of positions with his stretch, and who knows what's he can stretch everything.
He's hitting that G spot 100% of the
So,
time.
he's custom made, so whatever she needs, he's reaching that spot. You know what I'm saying? So can you imagine? That's not a bad power to have,
And
a little bit to the left.
That way.
Oh my! He could be a porn star. Reed Richards could be the porn star. You know that.
Mr. Plastic.
Yeah. But yeah, so they're gonna have a baby, and then it's all celebrated. Everyone knows about it, and then we get to a stage where, obviously, in all movies, a threat has to be introduced, and that threat is Galactus, Silver Surfer, who we see is Shala Bal, who's the wife of Norrin Radd in the comics, who is now the Silver Surfer of this, of this universe. She comes to warn him, as she always does, with all the worlds before her. She warns him of Galactus to say he's coming, and there ain't shit you can do about it. Kiss your loved ones, say what you ain't been saying, and deal with it. So, but obviously, Fantastic Four are not going to lie down, and they want to obviously fight Galactus and tell the world, we will protect you, because that's what they've been doing. The world looked to them. There ain't no Spider-Man, there's no Iron Man, there's no. They are the ones.
There's no Avengers.
No Avengers. So that's where we are in this world. That's what we're introduced with, and that really gets in the first, I would say, 20 minutes or so. This is what we get. And this is what this is where we go from. So
and
that's
the pacing
really starts.
And pacing of it was really good, because like you just mentioned, they do the kind of flashback thing. We kind of do the exposition stuff via other means, and we see kind of through TV footage of them going to space, them coming back, and we get all that sort of stuff. And what I liked about it was the production design was really, really great. It's got that
The Jetsons, it had that Jetsons feel.
Man, even the technology, the flying cars, so robots, like all of that sort of stuff, which kind of lends from the comic book. So bringing the comic book to the live action, I thought that was really great. Matt Shakman, Deval, you and I, we know Shakman, man.
He directed One Division, which again, the first 2 episodes was from the 60s, wasn't it, or 50s even, or something.
Yeah.
So he likes that aesthetic.
So he knows about making visually pleasing kind of things. So So I mean, look, let's get into the whole kind of thing. Like Pedro Pascal, I had reservations, but when I saw him in there, there's nothing. He's not a bombastic Mr. Fantastic. He's not really He's quite.
Lover.
He's kind of like very kind of like down to earth. He's quite moody. Like I would say moody. He's like. It's either this way or that way.
Isn't it? Because he's burdened with the knowledge of the detail. Because most people, when they see things, they don't know what lies beneath, and he calculates everything. So he's burdened with that, and he has a bit of an undertone of moodiness, but at the same time, he's geeky and he's very to the point. He's actually unemotional, if you notice as well. He's not a very deeply emotional person.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure whether he was trying to portray someone on the spectrum.
Possibly, who knows? Yeah, possibly. Yeah, possibly it could be, but they didn't really. They weren't in our face with it, because I think sometimes, and I think these days, showing certain conditions on screen, it's like a stigma. Like you don't want to always say, "Oh, somebody that's on the spectrum is going to be this or that." Sometimes, but I think you could be right. But even when he came back and told the world about the interaction with Galactus, I thought, he's stupid. He told the world.
Why would you say that?
Exactly, but
that's the thing. That's to me, that was the part that I thought that he was kind of like portraying he was on the spectrum, because socially, like because socially they
awareness.
The awareness isn't there, so he's too honest in that he just basically just blurts it out and says, it is what it is, and so and so that's why I liked Sue Storm, because she was the emotional part where she basically said, there's a scene where she says that sometimes being with him is difficult because he doesn't have the emotional
awareness.
He doesn't have the emotional context or awareness that some of the stuff that he thinks, she knows how he thinks, because he's basically on and off. He's just basically black and white. It is what it is. And then that little touching bit where he says that he has to think of the worst case scenario in order to be able to protect against those situations. That's where I liked that part of it.
I think she is. There's a bit where, watch the film, people, and we don't want to tell you every scene, but there's a bit where they're in space and she's giving birth, basically.
Oh, she's giving birth, man.
And she's going through her contractions and they're running away from Galactus. It's a really, really good scene, actually. But there's a bit where the Silver Surfer's chasing them and she says to Johnny, "Kill her!" And I was like, wow, like you can tell, like when she needs to, she's willing to do what it takes. And I think of it as a mother. Like she's at the moment where this is your start of motherhood. This is giving birth. Well, I would say even being pregnant, but when you give birth, the life comes out and you are a mother, and she's protecting her kid. She's saying to them, she said, "Kill her, kill her." And he says, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, she's trying to take your niece. Kill her."
I love that those bits. It was like that part, and also the near the end when you see her using her powers to the extreme, because you could just see, it just kind of like made me feel like, oh my god, this is just like what you would see, like any mother would go to the extremes to basically
to save the kid,
protect their own to save their kid. So when she was and it was that scene where she actually Silver Surfer reaches almost into her belly to take the kid, and then they went light speed. I was like, whoa, that was so good.
I know. And let's get into the kind of, the antagonist. So we've got the Silver Surfer, like Deval mentioned, it's not Norrin Rad, it's his wife. And and there's a reason why she is his herald and she's going off and she chooses the different planets and everything. So there is that kind of sadness to her story as well. And she's doing it because she's protecting her home planet. And then we do kind of get to see kind of like some backstory there. But let's speak about the main, the villain in this, the big bad Galactus. Now we've already in that in the previous Fantastic Four movie, it was the 2007 one, we did have Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer. So we have seen Galactus before. And for me, it was interesting, right, that Kevin Feige decided, we're going to let's go back and revisit Galactus. But this Galactus, voiced by Ralph Innocent, I think. Yeah. We've seen him before. He's been in Game of Thrones. He's got this really distinct voice.
Deep voice, very deep voice.
Yeah. And I thought, when you see Galactus, he's formidable. This guy ain't messing around. There's a bit in the movie where the Fantastic Four go to his planet where he is, right? And that was great.
I used to be small like you.
Exactly. He said, and you know what? I just thought, imagine that. Like the bit, when the universe was nascent, like, whenever he started off, he was that size, and then he's grown to this big thing. And you know what? They tried to give him a human, if you can say this, they try to give the villain a kind of a bit of a human piece. He wants out of this chain because he has to feed.
Yeah.
So it's almost like he's stuck in this kind of little bit of a loop, which I thought, we didn't see that before. Like, we don't know why he's eating all these planets. It's
massive
a burden.
Yeah. What I've heard about his creation, so Galactus he predates the universe, so 13.8 billion years he predates. That's why Reed Richards couldn't analyze him or anything like that. But his people were from these pocket universes, and when Galactus was sort of came into this universe, he's literally spawned like what we see basically. And before that moment, him and Eternity, from what I understand, Eternity is in the the big things, I don't know, but the Eternity actually connected, and it gave him that sort of universal threat where he had that universal appetite to feed for Eternity.
I don't know why, but it made me feel kind of sorry for him that he was in a sort of Sisyphus kind of story where he's just got this perpetuous hunger, and he's only looking for a way out because he's as tortured as the Silver Surfer. Yeah. He's basically them two are.
But remember, go ahead.
Go on. Go.
I was going to say, the Northern Rad version, 2007, I think he told them that when he searches for planets, he tries to look for the ones that don't have life on it and stuff like that. So he was trying to help Galactus to get planets where it's not going to kill people.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, she just did what she has to do.
Yeah. And speaking about kind of, the point where he's like, oh my gosh, I need, he targets the Fantastic Four for a particular reason, because like we said, the baby that they're going to have isn't just some normal baby. This baby, now, if you go back to the comic books, there's a whole history with this kid, Reed Richards or whatever it is. And this is, in the comic books, he's a mutant. So the baby's a mutant. Has next level powers, is an Omega level mutant, or even beyond that.
Create galaxies.
Beyond
all of that stuff. And then in the movie, you see kind of something which kind of indicates of where this kid is going. And Galactus needs the baby because the baby can then absorb, has enough power for him to basically put him to bed.
He'll be the sous chef. He'll be the chef for Galactus, I think. Yeah, that's how I took it.
So there's a bit in there's a bit in the movie where the Fantastic Four, Reed Richards, he calculates how to get to where Galactus is, which was all great. But the only thing was, in the end, so there's that whole scene in there where they see Galactus, they find out what he wants, and the way they just get out of there, I just thought it was a little bit too easy for them, the way they got away. I was come on, this is Galactus, come on.
Yeah, because he seems really slow and not powerful, but he's meant to be mad. Like, you just don't mess with Galactus. you just don't mess with, like, Thanos wouldn't mess with Galactus. It's like he is just next level. So
Exactly.
he just seemed a bit slow and cumbersome and kind of thing. But it was still better than the Cloud. But I still think like Galactus was no way powerful as he should be.
But I just got to talk about the actual family. I liked each of them.
Yeah.
Sue was that had that mother instinct.
Vanessa Kirby.
She was,
no link to
Vanessa.
No link to
Stan. No,
not Stan.
Lee. No, what is it?
Oh my gosh, what's the mind going blank?
Lee Kirby. No, shit, I've forgotten now.
Jack Kirby, sorry, Jack Kirby. No link, but it's just good how a character's got the same name as him, isn't it? But yeah, sorry, Manuel.
Yeah. So I liked her character. Johnny Storm actually was quite different from. Yeah, he was actually quite different from Chris Evans's character. You know
what? He was the weakest
cocky.
for me.
Yeah. No, I you know what? He actually had his own little spotlight when he spoke to Shia LaBeouf. He like the thing was like, hold on, this guy has never tried to learn any languages, and he
going deep in the learning.
And I like the whole sort of the dynamic and how they executed it, because though like he basically, there's that moment where he tells the family like she spoke to him, and then they kind of like tease him, and then they're like, oh yeah, she spoke to you, yeah, and then what did she say? And that moment,
he's getting horny for her.
Trust me.
Yeah, so they tease. Yeah, so that's the tease that they give it to him. Is that, oh yeah, you think that you made a connection because she's a naked woman that is on a silver surfboard.
Yeah.
But he actually has something. He does have some substance, and I like the fact that Sue then checks in on him and finds that he actually did have something more than what they teased him about. But I liked all of that.
He was clever because he learnt her language.
But it shows his intelligence, because we've never really seen that from him, apart from in 2015 a little bit. That was more engineering. But
And the thing was also reminded Mr. Fantastic that he's not he's not the cleverest person. They had that little jokey moment as well. So they all come together with their own little intelligence in some way that I liked.
When the family is complete, when they actually are complete in the comics, they are formidable. I mean, obviously, what's his name? Eben Moss.
And he's from
the Bear. Eben Moss Baccarat. And it's funny how they showed him in the kitchen a lot to sort of link to the beer. But they all are, like, Franklin Richards is mad powerful. He can create pocket universes. He can age himself. He can give life. He can create life, just like he did with Sue Storm. Brought her back to life. Valeria Richards is the daughter, which I didn't talk about today, in this film, but Valeria Richards in the comics is more smart than Reed Richards.
Oh gosh!
And then you got they talked about the Future Foundation, but you got the Council of Reeds in the comics, which is all the different Reeds from different multiverses, and they often meet up to talk about their issues and try and solve their problem. Imagine that. You've gone to meet other Reeds, and you've, similar to, like, Kang, when we saw the end of Wonder Wasp, Quantumania or whatever, and you saw all those different Kangs. They were going crazy. But imagine a room of yourselves that are mad smart. Just to the Fantastic Four is just a next level of. That's why they need to be done right.
And I think they have delivered. They delivered, and you know what? It was great. And listen, look. So that final battle that they do with Galactus, I really, really like that. That was really good. I love that bit where he's scanning the whole city, and I thought that was great. And then he's like, clever. He had his moment.
Clever ants. Clever.
It reminded me of Jurassic World.
Clever girl. That's what I thought as well. That's what I thought.
So, Mark, going on what you said earlier about the aesthetics of it, I felt that the aesthetics worked well with the powers that they had, especially Reed. No, is it Reed?
Mm.
Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, how you basically use a character where his powers are stretching, it could have gone wrong, and to me, and it could have looked too cartoonish. But it just had the right balance. In
His
this
main
one,
power
which
was
I
his
liked.
mind. We hardly saw him stretch that much, to be
I
honest.
know.
Yeah.
There's a bit in the movie when Galactus, this is a spoiler, he gets him and he stretches him. I loved it. He was going to break him.
He should have broken him.
He took his time.
Yeah, he was playing with him, isn't it? He was playing around.
His skin was going to get ripped apart and everything, and then someone else comes along and, like, I thought that was brilliant. That was really great. So they dealt with Galactus, and here's the thing, guys. They really teased, his teleportation device. I thought they're leading up to it. They're leading up to it. They're going to teleport themselves into another universe.
616. That's where we saw them. Thunderbolts.
Exactly. And then that's what I thought. Hang on a second. This is all leading up to it. They teleport themselves because they can't save their planet. They go off to another world. But no. But they do teleport Galactus off somewhere else. So we don't. He's out there. He's out there.
And Silver Surfer. They're both. Silver Surfer's going to get in trouble.
Yes.
Silver Surfer's going to have to be towing his ass.
So they're out there. They deal with Galactus, and then we have like a fast forward to 4 years later, and this is the moment. Now, that scene. Matt Shackman, he didn't direct that scene. It was the Russo brothers that directed that. So he's come out and he's turned around and said that wasn't like my thing. So this is something that the Russo brothers have kind of got together. They've decided that they're going to do, and they're going to tack it onto the Fantastic Four movie. So this now sets up the next phase. This is start of phase 6. We're getting into really interesting things. Now, here's my question, guys. And they already teased Latveria at the beginning of the movie during the United Nations.
Yeah, the boards,
So was he always there? And where was he during this whole thing? Was he off-world? Did he somehow,
I mean, that's a good question. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he was still the antagonist who set up the whole thing, like in maybe
he lured Galactus to Earth.
Like he's the one who basically strategized
the strings.
all of it. Because that's the reason why he wasn't at the Future Foundation in the first place. It was just like,
that's true, maybe,
because
that's true.
Everyone else was kind of. I thought the rest of the world was pretty kind when when they came back and they said, they asked, "Are we in danger?" And then they were like, well, if Galactus needs the kid, give him the kid. Like they were like, they didn't really get attacked. They were all quite a kindly.
I think that's a sign of the times, though, because now the world is a madness. Then people were a bit more subdued and a bit more civilized, and I think more cooperative. Like following World War II and all that sort of thing. I think the society was different. No social media then. So but I don't know what I've heard with. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, remember at the beginning of the movie, the flashbacks, and they had dealt with kind of other villains, but there was no mention of Doom. So is this the first time that the Fantastic Four are seen and going to be dealing with Doom?
No, I don't think so. I think they know of him. And even on the thing about other villains, remember John Malkovich was cut out. He was meant to be in this film, you know that?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Go back and watch the first trailer. John Malkovich I can't remember the character's name, but he was meant to be in this film. This film probably lost about 25 minutes. There were other scenes that were meant to be, even the character that was played by Paul Walker Hauser, the Harvey Elder character, the guy, Mr. Mole or something. Yeah. There were meant to be more parts with him. There's meant to be more parts with.
They cut it out.
Yeah, there's meant to be so many, like even with Bane Grimm and Natasha Lyonne's character. There's meant to be more parts there. They cut out a good 25 minutes in this film to try and keep it succinct.
As a director's cut
out all the nonsense. Yeah.
Oh, he was supposed to be Red Ghost.
Red Ghost, that's the one. Yeah. So John Malkovich was totally cut out. Yeah, but yeah, I think Yeah, I think it probably helped the film, to be honest.
It probably,
it did. And that the figure that we see is actually Robert Downey Jr. He's in the actual credits. We don't see his face. No. So was he doing something with it? Was there some sort of power thing that he was doing with the kid?
It was just the kid that was touching his face, and he had the mask off. So we don't know what was happening with at that moment.
But he's maybe the kid might have fixed his face, because Doom is meant to have scars.
Yes.
Maybe the kid fixed his face, because Doom never takes his mask off normally. Maybe the kid has now fixed his face. I had a bit of just in some research and hearing what people are saying about what could happen in Doomsday. I'll just quickly say that from what I've heard, Doom could be trying to basically do a lot of multiverse hopping.
Right.
And this could be the version of Doom that Tony Stark in another universe could have been. So the way we saw Tony Stark end up being Tony Stark according to that path, this could be a Tony Stark that when the snap happened, he didn't die. He kept the Infinity Stones, and he kept doing working with magic and all that sort of thing. And he went down the path of being Doom because he wanted to protect the Earth and make the Earth be powerful or whatever. And it's twisted his mind, because Stark sometimes doesn't know the difference between defense for one reason or defense for another reason, and he might think what he's doing is right by going around multiverse and having conflict.
I think that would be a good question, Amar's question to answer in the future. What comes next is like, where was Doom during that future foundation? Because his chair was empty.
Yeah,
that's what teacher's saying. He's saying that he probably might have been the reason he might have lured Galactus to Earth for a reason. He was off world. He was doing something. He wasn't around.
Exactly. And then the thing is, so now the questions that we've got, obviously not just us, but people around the world, they're probably thinking, right, how do we link up now the new Avengers or Thunderbolts with the Fantastic Four? Because obviously that end credit scene from Thunderbolts, that's got to happen at some point.
Yeah. I think that's a scene from Doomsday. I think that's actually a scene from Doomsday.
Right. Okay. So that's a scene from Doomsday then. So then in Doomsday, and like how they introduce all the actors in the Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah.
They would all kick Doomsday's ass though, right?
Doom is a next level.
He's got technology and magic, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a next level. It's like a Thanos level kind of character. They have to get in line. And then with Secret Wars is when they go off world, and Doom takes in off world, and they all battle out in different teams. And that's going to be a refresh of the MCU. Kevin Feige said that Secret Wars is going to be a sort of a restart of the MCU. They're going to lose some characters. Some other characters that we've seen before might change. They might change their characters, so we might get a different Captain America played by a different actor. This is when Black Panther might come into it, and we might see what's his name, Michael B. Jordan be Black Panther from another universe. There's going to be a refresh in Secret Wars, so prepare for anything. Doom is no joke. Exciting.
Yeah, because I was just thinking, because obviously they've already introduced, and remember there's that thing on Instagram or on Twitter or whatever it is where they're Robert Downey Jr. is there, and the video, the camera pans and you see all those seats of all those people. Those guys,
but they could go like this. It could be a scene where a lot of them get wiped out. That's what I think. A lot of the, and even Russo said Robert Downey Jr. is the only person that can play this Doom, which I think means that he was a version of Stark. That's what I think. If he's the only person that could play him, that means that he was Stark. But I reckon, people are going to get wiped out. Doom is not to be messed with.
Man, I can't wait. See, I'm
looking forward to it. I watched last night I watched Infinity War, because this has brought back This has brought back the appetite for Marvel.
Yes.
I thought with my friends, normally we watch the film and then we stand outside and we talk about it for like 45 minutes. We haven't done that in a long time. We did it again. It's like Marvel's come back now.
See, and that's the exact same feeling that I had when I came out of the movie. I was like, yes, like we're back. It was that type of a thing. Like, we're back.
What? I was slightly different. I was like, okay, this is good, but I feel like Marvel's got the goal here, and Fantastic Four has been the one shining light, and I'm just like, let's just get it done, snap, and get to that end point.
I want to see Doomsday now, like
it's
yesterday.
the next film. That's the thing, Emmanuel. Doomsday is the next film, and the trust that Russos have. Hopefully, they can keep. I don't even want them to do a better film than what they've done before. I want them to do the same level, because their level, just keep the same level. Don't try and do too much. Just keep it there. You know what I mean?
And in terms of kind of release-wise, Deval, Manny, what are we? Because it was delayed, wasn't it? Because it was supposed to come out May 2026. Now it's been
December,
delayed.
I think. So maybe we'll get Spider-Man before, actually. Because you're right. I forgot about that. It's been delayed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh man, we've got to wait a year and a half now.
I know. See, this is the thing.
Teacher, why did he say that, man?
I know, man. And then look, we've got.
That's why I'm holding back, because there's I'm sure there's a couple of other stuff that's supposed to be.
And remember,
in between.
there's going to be a Wonder Man that's going to link in somehow. That's going to do something. I don't think we're getting. That's the only other TV show that the Marvel TV show that we're getting, but it's just. Yeah, bare bones, man. Between now and then.
Oh man, expected 18th of December, 2026.
Yeah,
okay.
That's why I was just like, this was good, but let's just get it done. Let's just hit the rest of the balls out of the park and then get to
what
the.
What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean for Spider-Man then? When's that?
Spider-Man's out next summer, from what I heard.
Okay, so then it's going to be the link to that. Could be the link then as well.
The cast list of Doomsday: Robert Downey Jr., Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Chris Hemsworth, Anthony Mackie, Sebastian Stan, Eben Moss, The Thing, Simu Liu, Lewis Pullman, who's Sentry, Florence Pugh, Winston Duke, Tom Hiddleston, Rebecca Romijn, so she was a version of Mystique, I think. Paul Rudd, James Marsden, so Cyclops.
Do you remember?
Professor X is in it.
Do you remember WrestleMania cage matches? That's what we're gonna have to be. Get ready to rumble.
I saw an interview with Alan Cumming, and he let off a leak.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah, Nightcrawler. He said they did an interview, and he said that he had a fight with Pedro Pascal.
Over what?
In the film, that they filmed the fight.
Oh, okay.
Nightcrawler versus.
So that's going to be mad.
And this is in production right now, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they've got Doomsday and they've got Spider-Man in production right now, and then Secret Wars is going to be a year after that. So are we talking 2027 then?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Manage your patience, man.
Yeah.
Do some meditations.
Honestly, I'm really, really looking forward to it now. I just want to see it.
Namor's going to be in it. Shuri's going to be in it. Kelsey Grammer, so the original Beast, is going to be in it. God, it's a lot of people, man. A lot of pay. Channing Tatum, Gambit's going to be in it.
Oh, man.
The payroll's going to be massive.
So so it kind of does make sense then, So people die.
Yeah,
they kind of
wipe them out.
You got to. They're just like fodder, right? So and then it leads into Secret Wars, which oh man, Deval, that's wet my beak.
It's wet more than my beak, I tell you that.
I wish I had a stretchy. I wish I was stretchy, man. Like but listen, it's a big thumbs up from me, and I'm assuming it's going to be a big thumbs up from you guys as well. So really glad that we're in the right track. We just have to wait now for 2026.
Yeah, see what happens, man. But yeah, I'm optimistic. I'm happy. I'm going to watch some more Marvel today, probably, just to keep it going. But I will try and listen to Emmanuel and manage my expectations. I don't want to get carried away. But it was a good film. I think this is Marvel's best film in a while. And I think the year has seen shit, okay, good. That's the order of the Marvel films this year. So
so,
I'm happy with it.
Yeah, it's good. And remember, man, they're really making 2 movies next year then.
Yeah. Keep it. I don't mind if they do that.
Fine.
Quality over quantity. I'm happy with that.
Just get it done.
And just finally on this, it done more than on its opening weekend. It did more than Superman.
Of course, I'm not surprised. Yeah. Both times I saw it, it was packed cinema.
Oh, shit, what, you've seen it twice already?
I'm telling you, I'm back.
He just told you.
Normally I would have seen it 3 times, but you know, I'm managing myself. But yeah, normally I would have seen it 3 times, but yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. Okay. Well, folks, there you have it. It's definitely movie of the week. Keep it locked with the Flixters. We're going to be bringing you more and more and more every single week. And that's it. That's it for us.
That's it. So next week we've got, hopefully, we're going to watch Together. Hopefully. It's out on the 30th of July.
Yeah, 30th of July.
Yeah, Together. Do you remember what Together is?
No,
You're looking at me with a blank face a little bit. It's a little bit like a A24 horror film. I think it's done by Neon, but it's the film where they kind of.
Like, oh, is that the one with the poster where they're
together? Like they're kind of something is making people go together. It looks like a Bring Her Back kind of vibe. Kind of.
Yes.
Yeah. Honestly, this looks good.
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. We're there.
Together.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, listen. I'll see you guys on the next one then.
All right. Till next time. Man. Peace out.
Peace.